Hello everyone, welcome back to watch our video. As you see today, inshallah, we will complete the previous lesson, which is talking about the chain rule. As you know, we use this rule to find the derivative of a composite function. Okay, let's continue the solution of this worksheet. Look with me here. I think we solved all of these. I'd like to remind you, when we find the derivative of a composite function, we can use any one of the two ways, using the chain rule or using the general power rule. Look here, and let's solve page number 4 in worksheet 1. To find the derivative of function g of x equal square root x squared minus 2x plus 1. I'll show you the very easy way. As you know, I need to rewrite this function to be in the power form to apply the general power rule, which state the derivative of any bracket raised to power n. It will be the exponent multiply the bracket raised to exponent decreased by 1, which is n minus 1, multiply the derivative of the function that is between the two brackets. Okay, but as you know, the given function, it is not written in the power form. I need to rewrite this function. But Miss, I noticed that the function under the root represent perfect square. So I can rewrite this function to be in this form, square root x bracket to power 2, because it is a perfect square. How we write the perfect square or change the form of the trinomial to be as a perfect square? Take the square root of the first, sign of the middle, minus, okay, here, the square root of the last term, it will be 1. But as you know, the square root is the inverse of the squaring function. So this root will cancel squaring. The function, it will be x minus 1, okay? The new form or another form for this function, x minus 1. Now it is so trivial to find this derivative. It will be, what is the derivative of x? It will be 1. Derivative of negative 1, which is a constant, it will be 0. I will not write minus 0. Okay, I think this way it is so trivial, okay? But some of you, they can't solve by this way, or they can't note that the trinomial under the root represent a perfect square. You can rewrite the function to be in the power form as we did before, x squared minus 2, x plus 1 all to power half. Okay, then apply this general power rule. Okay, it will be the derivative of g of x, that is way 2, that is way 1. So easy. That is depend on the skills of the student. Here, that is way 2. You can use any one of them. It will be the exponent and the bracket here, x squared minus 2x plus 1. Okay, decrease the exponent by 1. Half minus 1, you can use your calculator if you don't know how to subtract, but it is so easy. Multiply the derivative, what inside the bracket, which is 2x minus 2. I think all of you know how to find the derivative of any polynomial. Then rewrite the function, okay, to be in the simplest form. Don't keep it with a negative power. It will be here in the denominator 2, I just move this bracket to be in the denominator. So with a positive power, it will be x squared minus 2x plus 1 to power half. Okay, the numerator, it will be 2x multiply 1, 2x minus 2 multiply 1. because this one, it means multiply, multiply. Okay, we can consider this one as bracket like this. Okay, take 2 as a common factor to simplify this function. It will be 2x minus 1. Here 2, this bracket, some of you can note later, it is a perfect square. But if you keep it like this one, okay, that is, I simplified well, because if I give you the answer as a multiple choices, maybe I give you the answer in the simplest form. Maybe I give it in this form. But some of you tell me, Miss, the derivative here, it is not like this derivative because I don't finish my my simplification for the derivative. Okay, someone can say x minus 1. Miss, here it means a perfect square and it means root. I can write this one to be what? The square root of this polynomial, but I represent it as a perfect square. It will be the square root of the first, sine of the middle. Okay. So it will be x minus 1 over, cancel this one with the root with the square, it will be x minus 1. So it will be 1, it's the same. But if you leave the answer in this form, I'll give you the full mark in the essay question. But sometime in the multiple choices question, I give you the answer in the simplest form. That is why you have to write the answer in a simplest form. Okay, let's continue and solve the next one. Look here with me. As you say, y equal to the fourth root of 9 minus x squared. Miss, I can use chain rule. Yes, you can use the chain rule. You can use the general power rule. Since I don't ask you in the question, the head of the question, because that is the head of this question, it is what? Find the derivative, okay, of the following function. But he didn't tell me a specific way. I have to use a specific way. So in this case, I'll continue this answer. Look with me. I need also to rewrite the function to apply general power rule. Okay, most of you can use the general power rule. I think it is easier for you. Wait, just 1 minute. Now I'll continue. Look here, it is what? N multiply u to power n minus 1 multiply u prime. When you are solving, when you are studying, when you are watching the video, please keep the basic rule of differentiation or all of the rule of the differentiation with you. Print out the rule and keep it with you. I need the skills of memorizing the basic rule of differentiation. It will be 2. I can rewrite this one. Yes, I can express it to be in power form. The rule, the power here with the x1 quarter, x9 minus x squared. Now, as a function, it is ready to apply this rule. How we apply it? I think it's feel easy. This number multiply the exponent. It will be multiply what? Quarter. What? Okay. 9 minus x squared. Decrease exponent minus 1. It will be the new exponent of the function. It will be what? Negative 3 over 4. I have not finished the answer yet. I have to multiply by the derivative, u prime, which will be between two brackets, please, negative 2x. Then rewrite this function to be in the simplest form. Here, Miss, this one, 1, 2, so I have in the denominator 2. The bracket which have a negative exponent, move it to be in the denominator. It will be to multiply this bracket, multiply, okay? 2, okay, to power 3 over 4. Because multiplying any bracket with a negative power, it means I divide it by it with a positive power. And here it will be what? And here 2. as you see, in negative 2x. I have to simplify it. Simplify by any way that you learned it before. So it will be negative x over 9 minus x squared all to power 3 over 4. Look here, I have multiplied, 2 multiply quadrant will be half. This one, I move it to be in denominator because multiply in a bracket or any variable with negative power, it means I divide by it with a positive power. So this one, it will be in the numerator. Simplify, cancel this one together. It will be negative x over 9 minus x squared raised to power 3/4. Okay, I hope you understand. Try to pause the video and solve the next problem. Okay, then check the answer. Okay. Look here for this one. By the same way as I solved the previous one, I will solve this problem. Look here, I can write it. It will be negative because it is not ready. It is not in this form. It is not in the power form. Okay, it will be n minus 1 multiply the derivative of the function between the bracket, which is called general power rule. So I need to rewrite the function to be in the power form, then apply this. I think it's so trivial. 2 minus 9x all to power 4th. Now the function is ready to apply the general power rule. Here, the derivative of this function, just apply the general power rule. Negative 3 multiply this one, okay, quarter, okay. 2 minus 9x, decrease the exponent by 1, it will be negative 3/4. Don't forget to multiply by the derivative of the function that is in the bracket. It will be negative 9, and don't forget also to write it between two brackets to avoid consider the multiplication as a subtraction. Okay. Then simplify. Don't keep your answer with what? With the negative exponent. Here it is, I consider 1. Any one has no, it means 1 like this one. Okay. So it will be negative 3 multiply 1. I multiply the number as you see here. It will be 27. Negative 3 multiply 1, multiply this number, which are in the numerator. Over what? 4. Don't forget, I move this one to be in the denominator. Multiply any bracket raised to negative exponent. It means I divide by it with a positive exponent. Negative 3, sorry, positive 3 over 4. Okay, I think it is so trivial. Try before before solving number 20, pause the video, solve alone, then check your answer from the video. Okay, I hope you understand well. Okay, let's solve the next problem. Here, as you see, this function is a composite function. Okay, as I told you before, I rewrite this function to be in the power form, and you can use a chain rule. Okay, u to power n, the exponent u to power n minus 1 multiply u the derivative. I rewrite this function to be in the power form by moving this bracket to be in the numerator. It will be x minus 2 all to power negative 1. Okay, now I can apply the power rule. Negative 1, yes. Then the bracket, decrease the exponent by 1, it will be negative 2. The derivative, what inside the derivative of x1, it is a linear. The derivative x with respect to x, that will be 1. So here it will be multiply 1. Okay, I have to simplify it. Negative 1, don't keep it with the negative exponent. I consider all of this one, it has a what? denominator 1. Move it to be in the denominator with a positive power. It will be negative 1 over x minus 2 all to power 2. Clear? Sometimes you have to expand the denominator. Okay, I can expand this bracket because it's square, but keep it as it is, it will be right. Understand? Clear or not clear? I hope you understand the lesson. Let's solve the next problem here. I'm sorry. This one by the same way. I leave you to solve this problem. And by the same way, 24 is the same. Okay. But okay, no problem. I'll solve it. Take this one, rewrite this function. It will be what? I consider all of this trinomial as a bracket. It will be d squared plus 3t minus 1 all to power negative 1. Then now this function, it became in power form. How to find the derivative of function s of t? It will be the exponent negative 1. Multiply this bracket t squared plus 3t minus 1 negative 2. Don't forget, multiply the derivative what inside the bracket, which is 2t minus 3, sorry, plus 3. Again, I need to rewrite the function to be in the simplest form. To be in what? Simplest form. It will be here, negative 1 multiply, and look here, I move this one to be here. Okay, that is over 1, that is over 1, that is over 1. As I multiply this one, numerator by numerator by denominator, then denominator by denominator. But as I told you before, don't keep the answer with a negative exponent. So it will be, in the numerator, it will be negative 1 because this bracket, I move it to be in the denominator. Okay, it will be t squared plus 3t minus 1 all to power 2. What will be in the numerator? Negative 1 and this one multiply together. Okay, it will be what? Negative 1 multiply this bracket, it will be negative 1 multiply 2t plus 3. Then distribute the negative sign on this bracket, it will be negative 2t minus 3 over t squared plus 3t minus 1 all to power 2. I think it's so easy. It is what? So easy. And let's solve the next problem. Here, this one. The same way. If you have a bracket, please be careful. If we have a bracket, okay, in the denominator and the numerator here, be careful. Is what? Number. I use the same way. It will be t, 8 multiply this bracket will be in numerator. Instead of 8 divide the bracket with a positive power, it will be the numerator multiply the bracket with a negative power. Just move it to be in the numerator. Okay, here 8, it will multiply this bracket. Every time when I move, I multiply the bracket, which I move it with a negative exponent by the numerator. Okay, here the derivative. By the same way, it will be negative 24. The bracket. Decrease the exponent by 1, it will be negative 4. Don't forget to multiply by the derivative, but here it is 1. By the same way, don't keep it with a negative power. It will be negative 24 multiply 1, it will be negative 24. This one, I move it to be in the denominator, it will be t plus 3 all to power 4. Trivial. Here, let's solve the last two problem. Wait. Okay. So trivial. I swear this lesson very interesting. Look here, Miss, I I noticed this one is a product of two functions. That is the first function u, that is the second function v. I will apply the product rule u, v, the derivative of a product of two functions. It will be the first multiplied derivative of second plus the second multiplied derivative of first. I have to identify what is the function u, what is the function v. U here, it will be x squared. So its derivative, it will be 2x. And all of you know how to get the derivative. Just apply the rule, okay? This one, x minus 2 to power 4. This is what? Bracket raised to exponent. It is a composite function. I will apply the general power rule. If you have a bracket raised to power, okay, I'll apply the general power rule. V prime, it will be which state? The exponent. Look, I repeat the same rule. 4 multiply x minus 2, decrease the exponent by 1, it will be 3. What is the derivative of the bracket? 1 inside the bracket, the function inside the bracket, it is 1. Submit it. Now I use a cross as I showed you before. In this case, the derivative of this function, I use this way, and someone can solve it mentally without using this way, but I show you this way to avoid any careless mistakes. Okay, I multiply x squared multiply 4 multiply this bracket. It will be, I prefer to write number, then the variable, then the bracket. I prefer to write by this way, number, variable, bracket. The other one, it will be plus, don't forget the rule, plus 2x multiply this function, which is x minus 2 all to power 4. Then simplify by taking a common factor. Here, take the common factor of number, common factor of variable, the common factor of bracket. Maybe the common factor may be number, variable, or what? Bracket. Here, what is the common factor of 4 and 2? It is 2. X squared and x, I take the variable with the least exponent, it will be to power 1. Okay, if you have a bracket here, bracket as you see, I take the bracket with the least number of exponents. Then open a large bracket as you see here. Divide each term in this one by the common factor. 4 divide 2, 2. X squared divide x, it will be x. This, sorry, here 3. This bracket to power 3 divide bracket of power 3 cancel, so I will not write anything. Here plus 2 cancel with 2, x cancel with x, but here x minus 2 to power 4 divide this one. I write the bracket and subtract the exponent, which will be 1. Simplify more to x minus 3 all to power 3, multiply, add the like term, as you see here, it will be 3x minus 2. That's all. I know it has many steps, but if you understand the concept, if you remember the basic rule of differentiation, if you know how to apply this rule to find the derivative of any function, you will not find any problem and you will not face any difficulties. Okay. I'll solve this problem, but before solve question number 8, pause the video, solve, then play back the video and watch the answer or check your answer. Okay. By the same way, it is a product. X multiply a bracket, it means function u, function v. Okay, u, it will be x, its derivative, u prime. What is the derivative of x? dx with respect to x, it will be 1. Or by another way, the derivative of any linear term, it is what? It's a coefficient. It will be what? 1. V, it is what? 3x minus 7 all to power what? 3. As I told you before, the derivative of any bracket raised to power, apply general power rule. It will be 3 multiply the bracket, decrease the exponent by 1, 3 minus 1, it will be 2. Don't forget to multiply the derivative of the bracket. Please don't forget. Then use a cross as I showed you before. The derivative of this function, it will be the first cross, x multiply this function here. As you see, I can rewrite this one. It is what? 3 multiply 3 multiply the number. Never to distribute number 3 on the bracket, which is to power 2. It will be 9, 3x minus 7 to power 2. Okay. X multiply 9 multiply this bracket, as I told you before, number, variable, then the bracket. Plus the second product, it will be 3x minus 7 to power 3. You have to take a common factor. Here, do you have a number? No, the common factor 1, but here, no common factor here. I'll take the bracket, but the bracket here repeated. Okay, here with the with exponent 2, here with exponent 3. So I'll take the bracket with the least number of what? Exponent. Divide this one by this one, cancel, it will be 9x. This one by this one, it will be plus 3x minus 7. Then add the like term inside the large bracket, it will be 3x minus 7 to power 2. Add the like term, because here plus, I don't have any problem to, if we have minus, I distribute first, okay? But as we have plus here, I don't have here negative because we apply the product rule, which has a plus. It will be here what? 9x plus 3x, it will be 12x. I don't have any number. Yes, that's all. That is my answer. That is what? My answer. Thank you for watching the video. Please study well. Thank you. Have a nice day.